back everyone to another Wuthering Ways stream. So yesterday we played through a lot of the cube event. I believe it was cubic and QB. So today we're going to be finishing up that event and then doing the other cube events that are available. Specifically, I think there is the kind of Scales of Past event that we haven't done yet, and then some of the other things as well. I was doing a bit of research yesterday and I found out that I'm actually using the wrong cubes, or Jinxie is actually one of the strongest cubes in the game, so it's better to just use her. So anyways, in terms of what we're doing, I think we're gonna do cubic. We're gonna finish cubic and QB today. We're going to also do memory travelogue, and then if we have time to, we can also go ahead and start on the Summer Will Never Wither, and then also maybe Dreaming Deep, or we can also end up building Chacona on stream, because I have done I did get Chacona yesterday, and I have also built her a little bit as well. So over here we currently have, you know, fully a full static mist, and then we also have, I leveled up a bunch of echoes, which give her 76% crit rate and 212% crit damage. A few of her fortes are available as well. Yeah, so a lot of stuff that we can do, but for right now we're just going to focus on doing the cube event. So let me go ahead and enter into the world here. There we go. Okay, so we're currently on 17. We have 4 more to go, and in terms of what cubes we're going to be using, there's going to be 3 cubes we're going to be using. We're going to be using Jinxie, we're going to be using let's see, Jinxie, I believe it was Rochia is the other one we're going to be using, and then one more I believe is Cardathea as well. So essentially Jinxie has like the beam attack, which does a lot of damage. So we're going to be using her for that one. Let me just go ahead and find her awakening here. There we go, awakening. In terms of what I want to give her, I believe I'm just supposed to give her crit damage, I believe. A little bit of crit rate and crit damage as well. Yeah. I have to find out exactly what I want to give her, because there's a specific way that you're supposed to build in order to get like a pretty good cube team going. So give me a second to kind of like figure out what I want to build here. But I know that I should give her crit rate, crit damage, and then probably also some other damaging attributes as well. So let me see. All right. So let me see what I have. I don't have a lot of these ones. What I can do actually is go into the shop, because I have a bunch of cookies here, and these cookies I'm not using anymore because you know, I already maxed out all of my characters, so I can just go ahead and just do this and then do that, and yeah, we can just go ahead and purchase the rainbow ones here, or no, that's an awakening module. These ones right here, the level 6 ones, so we get a bunch of those. Alright, so for Jinxie, we're gonna have to give her, let's see, crit rate, crit damage, and then any other damage that we can use. Okay. Let me just go ahead and go into the cube upgrade. So let's see if we can find any crit in here. So this crit rate, we'll give her that. Another crit rate. Looking for crit damage. General damage bonus is good. We kind of need general damage. More general damage. Crit rate. We have a lot of general damage, and then this is just whatever. So crit rate, we're currently looking at 150% crit rate, which I mean is a little too high. We don't need that much. We don't need that much crit rate because we only need to hit 100%. So let's remove this. Let's get it down to, you know, get it down to 100%, and then focus on crit damage if I can find one down here for crit damage. Because I don't think I have any crit damage on the purple ones. Or not the purple, the rainbow ones. These are all skill duration. That's attack, that's ER, that's crit rate, more crit rate. Okay, now we're gonna go to the purple ones. Crit rate. Okay, maybe just give her general damage then, in that case. Crit rate, general damage, yeah. Oops. Crit rate. Healing, healing, healing. Skill damage. Heavy. Okay, fine. Just give her crit rate then. And on the side, we're gonna give her... what do I want to give her? I think... So, I know Rochia has a really good, like, whirlwind, which gather enemies together, which I like a lot. So maybe just give her that. So I'm going to take it off of Chun-Li. Give her Rochia, and then give her someone who can deal some good DPS damage. Which, I mean, I think Carlotta is 1.5 or 1,500% Glacio damage, and it's based on the active attack. And our attack is not great, but like our general damage bonus is pretty good. I'd probably just give her Carlotta then. There we go. So this is a pretty okay build, I think, for Jinxie. So next is gonna be Carthea. So for Carthea, I think we're gonna focus a lot on probably just like the same thing as we did for Jinxie, where we're gonna do like crit and general damage. So let me just go ahead and let's remove everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and remove everything here just so I can get a clean setup. Alright. Alright, so let's see. Heavy, HP, attack. Let's see. I think it's fine. We'll go with attack %. General damage bonus. And then crit damage. We do need that. We need crit damage. That's very important. Crit rate we also kind of need as well. So crit rate is at 100%. We don't need any more of that. But we do need one more thing. ER, attack %. If we don't have crit here, then we'll just go for attack %. 60% attack %. Skill projectiles. Yeah, we'll do this one. Yeah, so 100% crit damage, 100% crit rate. And then for the two, we're just gonna probably go with the same thing that we used for Jinxie, which is gonna be the Rochia. We need yeah, we're gonna actually hold on. Do we have a gold one? I don't think we have gold Rochia yet, but we do have we have another Carlotta here, so we're gonna use that. And I guess we'll just take Rochia from Shorekeeper here. There we go. So that's gonna be a good build there. And then finally we have Rochia herself, because her whirlwind attack is gonna be great. Like the Mind Storm is very good. So, do we have Rochia's awakening? We do. We do have her awakening. Okay. Great. All right. So now, for Rochia, I believe we want to get just. I think we can. I feel like we want to have that tornado last for a long time. So we probably want to do like a lot of skill duration, just so it lasts for a while. And then just ER so we can build it back up, right? Yeah, I think that'll be the plan. So these, okay. So let's get some ER in here. Crit rate, general damage bonus. I don't know. Do we want more damage? We could get damage. I mean, anything helps. But we want ER. ER is kind of the important one. Resonant skill, heavy defense. Okay, these don't really offer much. Okay, Rochia's options are pretty limited. Okay, so this I forgot you can also decompile a lot of them. We might decompile like these ones down here, like the green and blue ones, since we're not using them. Skill duration, that doesn't offer anything. Energy regen, we need that, very important. Crit rate, general damage bonus. What's our crit rate looking at? We don't have any crit rate. Okay, well, we just need an ER in that case. Just let me just find ER, and then if not ER, then maybe just go with like crit or something. Yeah, just go for crit. And then the sides over here, since we cannot use Rochia herself, we can use some support ones like Shorekeeper. The Shorekeeper removes negative effects upon all resonators, and like healing and stuff. And then we can also give her. Is there anyone else who's a good support here? This just does arrow damage. This does damage. That's damage. Spectro damage. That's damage. That's havoc damage. That's electro damage. Everyone else here just does damage. Okay. In that case, we'll just do like one of these ones over here. Maybe Cheng-Li. Okay, this should be okay. And then let's try decompiling some of these things here. So we're gonna decompile these ones, like the gray ones. These will give us cookies, and the cookies will be used to like get more coins, and then we could use those coins to purchase more of the big upgrades, and then eventually just like kind of build our way towards everything else. Yeah, get rid of all the greens, get rid of all the blues, since we're only sticking to like purples and golds. 82,000. Okay, we'll be able to get a lot then. Let's just decompile all of these. There we go. 126,000 of these. Yeah, we're not gonna need a lot of these as well, because like, well, the thing is, we already have some equipped to like, because you can only use them once, and like the awakenings can only be used by like, by the character who is that cube. So there's no point in having like these duplicates here. We'll get rid of all of these. I believe Cardathea already has hers equipped. Yeah. So the only ones we have equipped so far are Cardathea, Brant, Rochia, Cheng-Li, and Jinxi. Okay, so we'll keep Zani, keep Phoebe. Rochi already has one, so we'll keep one Calcaro. Chengli already has hers, and then Jinxie already has hers as well. So I'm gonna decompile that, make more of those. And then yeah, let's just go with that for now, and then go back to the shop and figure it out from there. So first things first, convert all of these into 36,000 coins, convert all of these into another 600. So we have 39,000, which will allow us to get a bunch of these ones here. We're missing a few, I think we're missing a few awakenings, but we'll get those with time. Awakening module. Okay. Let's just do this. Attack percent. ER. Skill. Crit damage. We need this. This is big. Crit damage. HP, resonance skill. Okay, some of these are not as good. But I want to give crit damage over here. If I can find it. There we go, crit damage. Okay. So I'm gonna take out one general and replace that with crit damage. There we go. So now we have 150% crit rate, 100% crit damage, and 150% general damage bonus. Then we can go over to Orochia and give her 1 ER. So we can get rid of this crit rate since we probably won't need it. And we can just give her ER. I believe ER was like here somewhere. Trying to figure out where ER went. I know I saw an ER there somewhere, but it's not. Oh, it must have been down here. ER, there we go. There's a bunch of other ones down here too. Maybe there's another ER or something. Crit rate, heavy, healing. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think this should be a good enough build to try and... Okay. And in terms of like team, I don't think team really matters. Because you're just like mostly building for you're mostly building to the cubes. I think are the most important things in this, because like they do the most damage, so the characters are only there to build up the cube's abilities. If that makes any sense. Sorry, my brain is running a bit fast here. So I'm trying to get all my thoughts out, and then I end up stumbling over my words. So just excuse my my lack of straight thoughts here. Okay, so next is gonna be Cardathea, and then we finally go with Rochia. So Rochia is gonna be the support. I think we start with Rochia, go over to Cardathea, and then end with Jinxie. So let's just see how good this is, and maybe we can win off of it, because I'm just doing this so I can prep accordingly for 21, because I have a feeling 21 is going to be a really difficult one. So here, so Brant just needs to do this, and then we use this to deal like a bunch of damage. You can kind of see here that she actually does end up melting pretty well. Okay. So do this. Okay. Do this, and then over here, this, and then just use the laser to kind of melt everyone over there. There we go, see? Like, yeah. So Jinxi's like beam is incredibly strong. So we're relying on that to clear this. This, and then into Brant, who will use this, and then into here, and then go ahead and use this. This will gather all the enemies together, and then we just blast them. Like, look, you can see how much damage she does. It is incredible, and the thing lasts for so long too. Okay, do this, and then just have Brant come down, do this, and then just set it up again. And there she goes. She just does damage. That incredibly quick. We're already 50% of the way through. Okay, Rochia ability. And then over here. Just gonna go ahead and do this ability. Use Changli, and then just use this ability, and now we just go ahead and blast everyone. Okay, good. Now go ahead and heal. Go through the process here. This, and then over here. Down, press this. Okay, hit the ground, Jinxi. And look at the HP of like the bosses. They get pretty much like shredded. As long as you just aim it correctly, they should just get shredded. Okay.
From the heart.
So yeah, go ahead and do that. Do the setup. So it's mostly just relying on on the cubes. That's what I'm going for here. Okay, just keep it aiming. Okay, good. Now just switch over here, and then switch over to Jinxi Cube, use Jinxi Cube, and then just start shredding. Make sure you aim the beam too, otherwise you might end up missing. There we go. Challenge complete, 100%. And we did it in a pretty good time. I'm curious how fast we can clear the previous levels. I mean, yeah. Did pretty good on that one. All right. Go ahead and exit out of this. Exit out, it'll just take me back to like the overworld. And I have to TP back in. Going through the menu. Alright. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Second coming of Solaris. Alright. Let me check the time on this. Yeah, I can see, like, we cleared it in 4 minutes and 4 seconds. Not the best time in the world, but I'd say that's, you know, that's kind of pretty fast. I'd say that's pretty fast. In my book, at least. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and move on to number 18. Same team and same setup. Because we have so many Rochia buffs, like Rochia or herself brings the whirlwind, then we have 2 other cubes that have like a miniature version of Rochia's buff. It like everything kind of just works out. Like we basically have 3 whirlwinds doing work here. And she just blasts through everything. Okay. And then, of course, just go back and do this. Okay. And then go ahead and have Brent, you know, do his thing. Okay. Launch this. And then go ahead and have Cheng Li do her thing. Launch this. And then, boom. Do more damage now. And there you go. That is the fast clear. I'm gonna wait for Shorekeeper's buff here. There we go. Okay. Okay. And then have Cheng Li do her thing. Yep. Then there we go. Just start going. And yeah, like you can pretty much shatter a lot of like their bars, their stagger bars. You hear a lot of that shattering. Okay. Go over here, wait for Shorekeeper buff for ultimate. And then there. Do this, and then, yep, over here, and again. And there we go. Easy. Moving on. Oh. Okay, let's go. And because we have so much skill duration, this lasts for a long time. There we go. Okay, back to Rochia buff. I didn't activate Shorekeeper buff, that's okay. As long as you have him or the bosses within the range, you can do a lot of damage. There we go. More of this stuff, and then here we go. This stuff, and then here. Okay, now that we got another one. Oh boy, he's dealing damage to me. Gotta make sure not to die. That's one thing. That's one important thing. Make sure you survive. There we go. And there you go. Got it. 100%. All right. Yeah, like I can't believe I didn't use this setup sooner, because this setup is crazy broken. I mean, Jinxie herself as a character, she can nuke a lot of bosses. Okay, next. All right, I find having to press exit and go back in just a bit annoying, but it's okay. Now we move on to 19, getting ever so close to 21. So go over here, open up the standard. So we need 2 more awakening modules, which we have not unlocked. And then over here, we just need to complete up to 20 and then also just get up to 80% on 21. And then we'll have pretty much all the standard rewards done. So we're going to focus on getting, I think like we'll focus on finishing this up first. And then afterwards, we'll do the awakening modules, because I don't want to spend coins on yet, in case those coins will help us get the awakening modules. In terms of limited rewards, we're pretty much done with that. Like all the limited rewards here are done. And I'm doing this mostly because I want Astrides to be able to get myself Cardathea whenever she comes out. Because we managed to get Chacona early yesterday with 50 pulls. And we won the 50-50. So I mean, you know, I want to guarantee, or not guarantee, but at least have a good chance of getting Cardathea. whenever she comes out, because I am on 50-50 again. So that's kind of the tough part.
Stay calm. Astral modulation.
Epic shot.
Take 4.
Get those guys in the back over there. Get these guys over here. Yep, and good. Bit slow. It's a bit slow, like if the enemies are all scattered, which is why the whirlwind is so important.
At your disposal, GEIL. Take 4.
Okay, get the one way out there real quick. Bunch of these ones that are close by.
In war with time. Well enough. Take 4. Triumph
Done.
through sacrifice.
Yeah, see, like the clears are so much faster when you just rely on the cubes to do the work for you. All you have to do is just build up their stuff, and then you're pretty much set to go.
Take 4.
Wow, even the practice is right here. Yeah, the enemies just get completely melted. Cause whatever I can't cover with Jinxie, Cardathea covers with her like sword barrage. So it just works out. Ah boy.
I engraft you new.
At the helm.
Take 4.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's over there. He keeps moving, so it's a bit tough.
Leave it to me.
Listen carefully.
Take 4.
A bit far away, but the beam still hits, even from this far away. And because we have so much like ER, they pretty much just are spammable. I think it's based on ER. I'm not sure.
4.
Yeah, big damage.
Triumph
Ooh man, that damage like almost killed me.
together revenge.
I think we did die a couple of times. 'Cause the revives are what's like. Because if you notice, the revives have gone down. They're not 9 anymore. They're 6. So I'm pretty sure I have ended up getting bursted. Yeah, these bosses are not, they're not that friendly. They are very, very strong. But we'll be fine. As long as we keep up the pressure like this, I don't think we should struggle that much. Okay. I don't know which we're missing. I believe we're missing Shorekeeper Awakening, and then also someone else. I don't remember. Alright, on 20 now. So same thing, same team. The only frustrating part is just the fact that Brant starts off in the air. So I can't use his echo skill until I drop all the way down. That's the only frustrating part, but other than that, it's fine. So I just have to dash and get it out of the way. Cheng-Li also starts off in the air as well.
Triumph through sacrifice. No need to dwell.
Yeah, the damage is crazy.
In war with time.
Because yeah, we do still take damage as cubes. So
Mine takes forward.
gotta keep an eye on the HP.
Triumph through sacrifice. No need to dwell.
Oh, all the way over there. Ooh. Good. Let me through, please. Thank you. Okay. Oh,
Going up. Astral modulation.
Epic shot.
let me get a bit of distance. Yeah, if I get a bit of distance, I should be okay. I mean, I'd like to think that distance will help me survive a little bit. Good. Nice. Final room.
Get fast. At your disposal. I engraft you new.
Let the flames rise.
I don't think I should have ulted there, but
Never revenge.
sure. I did not get distance, but I think maybe we'll be fine. Who's left? Oh, they're all down there.
Leave it to me. Stay calm.
Waiting for a shorekeeper. There we go.
Time.
At the helm.
Take forward.
Okay, hitting the ones that are right under mirror is a bit difficult. Good.
Going up. Feathers. Center. Take forward.
Okay, big Tempest Mephis.
Triumph.
Oh boy.
I engraft you new.
Epic shot.
No need to dwell. Mind's eye. Take forward.
Make sure I actually hit him.
Astral modulation.
Listen carefully.
Take forward.
Mech Abomination. Okay, set up once again.
At the helm.
This will give me shield. Never mind. I was gonna use Brant like to get the shield off, but I guess not. There we go, and we got it. 20 is done. Okay, now we're on to the big one. 21. All right. And we're getting a bunch of achievements too, which is great. Or trophies, as they call it in this game. Do they count? Is it counting? Hold on. Oh, oh no, it's just this. Okay, I see. I was wondering, like, oh, is it counting like skills for other characters? Like, if I'm using the Rochia skill, is that counting as like one of her abilities? Let me see. Collect all the bonds, and then this, yeah. So these are just other ones. We're looking pretty good on this. 94%, 92, 72, and 94. We've been doing a lot of the achievements. All right, standard rewards. So now we're on to 21. This is what everything has kind of been leading up to. Here we go. 4 revive chances. Revive time 10% or 10 seconds. One of the 5 challenges will be selected at random. All right, same team though, same team. We're gonna just, you know, wreak havoc as we've done already. And let's just hope we can get 100% win. And after that, we'll just roll the last 2 awakenings. Okay.
Yes. Stay calm. Yes. Take it back. Take 4.
They are much tankier though, I can already see that. They're not dying as quick.
I engraft in you. In war with time.
I've also heard that like there's a specific stage that's like actually good for this, so you don't have to like do it on these stages because some stages are harder than others. So we might do it on that specific stage if this one is like too hard.
Triumph through sacrifice. Triumph through sacrifice.
Ow.
Astral modulation. Triumph through sacrifice. Triumph through sacrifice. No need to dwell.
At the helm. This one is flat.
Triumph through sacrifice. Guests of the unkind.
Only 15% of the way through so far. This is getting a bit sketchy.
Give to me. I engraft in you. Take 4. No need to dwell. No need to dwell.
Come on. We almost had him. Get some shield.
Gather revenge. Take 4.
Okay, their HP took forever to spawn in.
Triumph through sacrifice. Astral modulation.
In the limelight.
Take 4. Triumph through sacrifice.
23%.
Epic shot.
I don't know if we're gonna make this.
Listen carefully.
Perish. Flame. Take four.
You're not even hitting him properly.
Sever. Triumph through sacrifice. No need to dwell. Perish.
In war with time.
At the helm.
Sever. Ma take four.
Where'd he go? Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, what? Where'd this guy go?
Leave it to me.
Together we vanquish. Take four.
I think it just depends. So just on the cubes. I don't think I need to do any buffs. Just depends solely on the cubes. Oh boy, another mech abomination. Okay,
Astral modulation.
maybe, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure if my characters matter in this at all. But we are struggling on 21 though. I didn't think 21 would be this difficult. Ooh, big damage. There was some big damage there. Okay, so it just resets. I see. Okay. Then, yeah, I don't think we're going to make it. So we're just going to go ahead and just restart it until we get to that one stage. Because I think that one stage is what is going to get us the win here. Also, I should have just pressed restart instead of instead of exit, because now I gotta wait till this loading screen is done. Okay, but yeah, 21 is possible. We can do it. We can definitely do 21. Center rewards though, yeah. Do I want to switch? Would it make sense to switch? Maybe. But let's just keep this up. I gotta find that one stage, so just keep restarting until I get the one stage. Oh, it's actually this stage. This one right here. Okay.
Take four. Guess to the unkind.
I mean, I feel like it's easier. Okay, Brent, let's use this. Okay. Yep.
Take four.
I feel like it's already a bit easy. I mean, we're already at 11%, 13%, 15% already. Like even though it's only been a minute. Wow, this is much faster. Okay, okay, maybe they're right. These guys are right. These guys are definitely right. So the stage doesn't matter.
Sever. Take four.
Stay calm. I engraft you.
Yeah, we're already at 24%. It took us forever to hit 24 last time.
Guess Guests of the unkind.
Dragon of Dirge. Dragon of Dirge melts pretty quick too.
Leave it to me. Sever. Take four.
Triumph through sacrifice.
My health, my health, my health, my health, my health.
Physical damage to astral modulation. Take four.
31%. Okay.
Physical damage detected.
Together we vanish.
40%.
Listen carefully.
Take four.
They're all right under me. 50%. Okay, the bosses is just what's gonna take the longest. It's fine. I think we're on good pace right now.
Perish. Flame. Take four.
Dragon of Dirge is gonna deal a bunch of damage to us though. Inferno Rider is okay. I can deal with Inferno Rider. Dragon of Dirge is what's gonna be like painful.
Leave it to me.
At the helm.
Take four.
Like look how much damage Dragon of Dirge does to us.
Triumph.
It's unbelievable.
Modulation.
No need to dwell.
Ouch.
Take it back. No need to dwell.
Dang. So much damage.
Mind eye.
Come on.
Take four.
Okay, this one should clear Dragon this time. Got it. Okay. I think one more boss wave, and we should be good to go.
Leave it to me.
Together we vanish.
Dude, look at him go. He's doing the shuffle.
Physical damage detected. Physical damage detected.
Take four.
Oh, it's got to be two more. No, it's got to be two more. Actually, no. Maybe it's one more. Maybe it's one more. We might be good too. We might be good.
Ow!
Well, anyways, we got all the rewards, but I would prefer to 100% clear.
Take four.
Yeah, because we're already at 90.
Terminate. In war with time.
At the helm.
Triumph through sacrifice.
Where'd he go?
Triumph through sacrifice. Guests of the unkind.
It is but a sword.
Sever.
Whoa, that damage.
Triumph through sacrifice. No need to dwell.
Okay, okay, that's enough.
I engraft you new.
I need to focus on healing my team.
Take four.
Okay, this should be able to clear dragon. Yep. Now we just have to clear everyone else.
Together we vanish.
100%. Let's go. We did it. We cleared it. It's over. We got, okay, we finally cleared 21. Wow. Unbelievable. Look, I mean, look how many coins we've gotten. Dude, this is nuts. It took us forever though. Took us forever to clear it. But we got it. Okay. Finally done. Yep. 100% cleared. 94,000 cookies, 42,000 coins. And we get to trade in the cookies for the coins as well. So we should be able to guarantee getting ourselves the rest of those awakenings. If not, then I don't know. That was insane. So yeah, now we just need to clear the rest of the stuff here. I mean, this doesn't give us any astrites. Like, you know, there's no astrites for these ones. They don't give it astrites. This is just more like challenge mode. All right, the two. What are the two that we have not unlocked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we need Shorekeeper. No, we already have Shorekeeper. We just got Shorekeeper here. Okay. Let me decompile then. Well, first of all, so how many, let's see. Jinsi, we have Phoebe, Zani, Rochia, Camellia, Shorekeeper, Calcaro, Chengli, Rochia, Brant, and Cartathia. Are we sure it's 2 or is it 1? Alright, well, let's just do these ones. Awakening module. First of all, let me trade in the cookies. So we can get 39,000 more coins. Okay. We can buy up to 36. Let's just buy 5. I feel like I already have those. Who am I missing? One more. There's one more that I'm missing. What are you playing? I'm just playing through the Wuthering Waves cube event right now. Who am I missing? Am I missing someone? Oh, it's Cantarella. I was missing Cantarella. Okay, there we go. Finally got it. Done. Let's go. We finished. Okay. All of these done. All of these done. And all the limited time rewards are all done now. Let's go. We finished the entire event. It's done. Okay. I'm curious how fast did my friends clear the last level? Here. Oh, okay. Oh wait, he made it up to 18 and then stopped. Okay. Oh, I took 7 minutes on this one. His loadout. So he was using. Okay, I see. I can go back and like clear through all of these. So 14 is where. No, 15 is where it starts. So yeah. Okay, so let's just go back through all of these and clear them. Guys, I'm a bit competitive, you know? I'm a bit competitive here, so I want to see if I can clear through all of these. Get number 1. I don't know. So we have to clear through 15 in less than 3 minutes. This one in less than 6 minutes. This one in less than... Actually, no. 17 I was faster. 18 I was faster. 17 I was faster by like a minute. This I was faster by basically a minute, and then these ones. Okay, so let's redo 15 then. Got it. With the team that I have now, I should be okay. So let's go ahead and use Chengli here. Let's go ahead and use Brant and Shorekeeper instead of Arena. Shorekeeper. And then of course our normal lineup being these ones over here. And then Rochia. Okay, let's do it. Okay, number 15 and then 16 and then starting from 17 onward, I think we should be okay. Okay, let's do it. So here. So this one and then already done with that one. Super fast clear.
Stay calm. Time to get down to business.
Listen carefully.
Doesn't sound like a good bargain.
Dude, she cleared so fast.
Well enough. You roll with time.
Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to do that.
Epic shot.
Take 4.
Dude, the heron is gonna die. Like, quick. Okay.
Sever. Guess to be unkind.
Now Scar. Yeah, Scar's just gonna get obliterated. Sit down, Scar. It's not gonna clear. Yeah. Yeah, we need one more.
My blade take 4.
Okay, good. Done. All cleared. Yeah, super fast clear. I don't think that was even... That was probably more than a minute, like a minute something, or maybe even 2 minutes. That was incredibly fast. You know, this team setup is nuts. I saw it in a YouTube video. I gotta give credit. So this team build that came from Sweet Tilly. Sweet Tilly uploaded 3 weeks ago. I got this team idea from them. So that's why I leave it to other people to build the teams, and I just play. I just play the game. How fast was my clear on 15? 2 minutes and 9 seconds on that. Wow. Yeah. So 17. Let's see. So I just need to clear 16 then. 15. Yeah. 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 are all good. All right. Let's clear 16 then. Okay, I gotta adjust everything again. So Chengli and Brant. And then give Jinxie and over here. And then Shorekeeper already has Rochia. Alright. Okay, gathering enemies here is going to be a bit of a pain.
Take 4. Make it
go.
fast.
You'll stay calm.
At the helm.
Drop down, Brent. Drop down, drop down. Okay, good.
Feathers. Triumph through sacrifice.
Good. Fast clears. Already 50% of the way through.
Make it fast.
Okay, final room.
At your disposal. Take form.
Come on. Okay, good.
Leave it to me.
Wrong one, wrong one. Need to go to Brant instead. Yep. Over here, and then, yep.
Will take form.
Okay, the one thing is I can't see a lot of things.
Well,
Epic shot.
take form.
Fallacy. Well, Fallacy can't even be attacked until he finishes his animation. Ouch.
Leave it to me. Sever. Take
Okay.
form.
And yeah, he's pretty much done. Easy. Let's go. Probably go like 2 minutes.
Make it fast.
Whew. Yeah, this team is insane. Way too good. But there we go. We finally finished Cube, QB. Wait, no, Cube, Cubic, and QB. Which is, I think it's a reference to Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Now that I think about it. Wuthering Waves makes so many references. Okay, let me just make sure one more time. So, yeah, in terms of everything here. So, 9 seconds. 3 minutes and 22 seconds. 404, 343, 419, 451, 754. Oh boy. But yeah, we did it. So limited time rewards are all completed. Standard rewards all completed on this side. So we've pretty much gotten every astrite possible. I'm gonna go ahead and exchange my cookies over here because we already leveled up everyone. So yep, gonna go ahead and exchange that. We have 100,000, and we already have all the awakening modules, so we're just gonna spend this on the level 6 modules, and then whatever we get is whatever we get. But we are done. We are done. I mean, that's all it takes. That's all it really takes. So I'm gonna go back to Solaris. I don't know if there's any other quest after this, but if there is, we'll just go ahead and go through it, and we should be good. And we can start on the next event as well. So yeah, it looks like we finished pretty much everything here. Yeah, so now we have Zani's quest to do. We have these 2 event quests to do, and then the memory travelogue. Okay. So now that we finished all of these, Cube Derby's also done. Let's go ahead and do the so yeah, the Cube Derby warm up is done as well. Gilded Night Market. Don't have enough to get these ones yet. Have to wait until I get enough tokens. So let's do the memory travelogue then. So I already did Jinxi's by accident, but yeah. Chengli, Calcaro, Shorekeeper, Camellia, Zani, Cardathea, and I think that's the ending part. Okay. I'm gonna track this. Then afterwards we can do the event that has Chacon in it. I'm going the wrong way.
Brad salutes you.
Oh, give me 1 second. Right, sorry, I had a bit of background noise there. Let me just go ahead and continue. I don't think the cubes say anything, do they? They just make noises. Their facial expressions are funny though. Awesome. Yeah, like I think they're pretty short, but it's just reliving the memories that we had with them. But just like in the cube world, you know? Nice. Yeah, like if you look at the collection time, it is crazy long. If I go to Scales of Past, alright. So, well, I guess it doesn't show when I collected it. It did show like the time, but like the gap between the first one and the second one is massive. Because this one I did like early, I think in like still in April, I think. This one I just did now. So, alright, let's go to Calcaro. Now the thing is, where does Calcaro come into the story? I've never seen Calcaro in the story before. What happened to him? When are we going to learn about Calcaro? I have not seen anything about this man in the story. Maybe I'm just forgetting. But like I feel like I've never heard of him. In the story at least. Like he was the first character I picked off of the free tickets. Okay. Oh, he's mad. Alright. Also, it looks like I'm skipping the dialogue. It's just because I can read fast and I'm just kind of like processing the text as I go. Yeah, that was pretty short. Okay, next one. There's only a few of them. Not too many. This gives us more asteroids though. Yeah, well actually there's a lot. There's a lot. But they're short, which is good. So I don't have to worry about necessarily like taking too long on them. Oh, wrong one. End of wandering. Dang, end of wandering. I haven't been here in a while, but look, it just looks so cool. Wow. What a beautiful sight. Someone's gonna make like some kind of jelly cube with like the Wuthering Waves designs here, because I mean I feel like this isn't too hard to make with like jelly cubes or just any other like dessert cubes. You just make like the design, and then you do have to draw on here, and then like these little hands you can just make into the balls and just stick them onto there. Someone's probably definitely made it by now. Oh no. Man, reliving these memories just... Ah, man. Dude, this is a cool pose. Like, look at this. Rand just standing there in like the sunset. Wow. What a cool pose. Alright. Okay, that's number 4. See, I think it's for each one of the cubes. So 5, 6. So it goes until 13 is the last one. Because like there's 12 cubes. Alright, Camellia it is. I'm gonna track this because like I don't know where it is. I can see it on the map, and then immediately when I teleport in, I just lose it. So I'm gonna make sure I track this. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. We'll get as much done as we can today, like of these events, and then tomorrow we'll pick up. Maybe if we have time to, we can probably build Chacona on stream, like fully build her. We're not gonna go for any optimal build. Like we're not gonna try and farm echoes to get the optimal Chacona build. Just enough where she's actually viable. Okay, next one. Yeah, we're just gonna blaze through this. Alright, almost halfway. This one should be close by. We probably won't need to track this. Probably. Probably is a strong keyword though. Oh, actually, it automatically tracks it for me anyways. That massive lag spike. It had to load everything in Raguna. Oop. Oh, we also have to build Arrow Rover as well. I forgot about that. Because the team is going to be Cardathia, Chacona, Arrow Rover. Assuming that we can actually win the 50-50 on Cardathia. Which I hope by the time that Cardathia comes out, I'll have at least over 80 pulls. That way I can guarantee and then have some leftover for safety, assuming that we may be able to get in early. Because we did manage to get early on Chacona, so I'm trying to channel the same energy for Cardathea, because I do want Cardathea based on like everything that I've seen so far. But I also want Lupa as well, and Lupa is gonna come right after Cardathea, like I believe in the following patch. We also did end up getting something. Yep, we ended up getting that. Yeah, these ones I don't open. I save them until I actually need them to build a character. So you can see like this one is still saved. These are still saved. This one right here is important. Unborn Echoes. This one comes from the from that one event, the one that you do weekly, the 6,000 points one. It's called Fantasies of the 1,000 Gateways. I just go to like 5 and then just grab the echoes from there. Cause like and the reason why I store it like that is because I heard from people saying, I heard sources of people saying like, oh, Cardathea is gonna have a brand new echo set that's gonna be dedicated to her. It's not gonna use the Gus of Welkin. So based on that, I'm just going to, yeah, based on that, I'm saving up like these unborn echoes to use in case that's what's happened. Oh, that was super short. Alright, just have to keep going and teleporting. I think there's one where we have to wait, right? Or something? Hold on. Complete a Bowser quest to unlock. I think we already did that. Yeah, we just finished that. So we should be fine. Actually, we're kind of close to this one. Actually, no, we're not close. We're kind of far. TP here, and then we'll just fly over there, maybe. Flying is just. Oh yeah, I'm not even using the wings. I have to use the new wings. How do I do that? Is it in the cosmetics?
To which stage will life guide us next?
Glider. Obtainable via event. Clear day? Hey, how do you get that? I'm not sure how to do that. Oh, is it region locked? Okay. I'm not sure. Maybe this is region locked. But let me apply this all resonators and switch. There we go. The laureate honorary aspect. Awesome. That slow turn. Ooh. Oh, I remember this. I remember this bridge. This is like where we left off on the Carlotta like companion quest. Oh, and then this is where she gives us the brooch. I think it's called the brooch. Not sure. Yeah, I remember this. This is in the companion quest. Lag. Massive lag. Okay, we're getting there. Ever so slowly we are getting there. 20 asteroids per. I mean, we'll take all the asteroids that we can get. Cuz I'm trying to like pretty much claw at every asteroid I can get my hands on. We already finished 100% exploration across all the maps, so I got all the asteroids there. The only asteroids I don't have is the ones from the events, because I haven't finished them yet. Pero. Why don't I join the troop of fools? Sure, why not? At least it'll bring me closer to Bran. Look, if you guys can't tell, Bran is one of my favorite characters in this game. He's just so cool. He's so funny. And speaking of which, we're going straight to his cube right now. Because his personality is funny. He's like, he says all this goofy stuff like epic shot, first to the treasure, like I don't know. I think it's so like funny. Alright, we are pretty much like an hour and a half in, so we're halfway through the stream. I usually try to cap my Wuwa streams to like 3 hours if there's nothing like big to do. If there's a new main quest to do, then I usually go on for more than 3 hours. But if it's like just normal stuff, then like this, like filler, I guess filler stuff if you want to call it that, I usually just try to cap it at 3. I feel like that. I mean, that's what Wuthering Waves says is a good amount. Because usually, you know, you play for 3 hours, and then at the top of the screen, you'll see like, hey, you know, you've been playing for 3 hours. Take a break. So yeah, I'll play for 3 hours, and then I call it a stream. So that's what Wuthering Waves deems to be a good amount of time before you actually have to take a break. All right. Load me in. Okay. Three more to go. On to Phoebe. I don't know if this one's underground. Hopefully it's not. On the Alvarado Vault Echo Station. Alvarado. Yeah. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I usually just say Alvarado. There we go. Oh, this is the one where she just bonks stuff. Yeah. Wham. What's up, Josh? Welcome to the stream. All right. Okay, yes. Sets me straight into battle. Love that. I love how I get out of a cutscene, I'm straight into battle. Fantastic. Next is Cantarella. All right. Penitence End. Whatever this structure is up here, I always found it pretty fascinating. Okay. Portoveno Castle. Okay, and click here. And there. This is the teacup one? Oh, I think this is later into the quest. This might have been after, actually. Oh. All right, perfect. This guy, Okay, is that all the cubes? Yeah, that's 12. Okay, so 13. No, wait. No. Yeah, that's 12. So 13 now. This is the last one. Track this. Head back over here, and then we should just be able to finish this off. Move on to the next one, and then see what's next. Okay, yeah, we're just pretty much just trying to clear through all the events right now, and then after this, anything I can't clear, I'll just do off stream.
First to the treasure.
Usually, yeah, because I only do Wuthering Waves streams whenever there's an update. So yeah, return to Cube Square. Talk to. Oh, okay, I see. Return to Cube Square. So like here, to this part, this better be the right location. Yeah, this guy, and then talk to him, and then this should be the end of the quest. What about her rewards? Group photo. All right. And there you go. That's the last photo. We've done it. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, I think that's the last of the cube related stuff. So now we can branch out and do things that are not cube. Okay, let's collect the last one here. Boom. Yeah. So memory travelogue is now finished. So now we can either do Summer Will Never Wither or Dreaming Deep, which is the Solaris film. I believe the film's going to take longer to do, so let's do this one instead. Your Summer Will Never Wither. All right, and then this, because they're featuring Chacona on the you know, the picture, I'm pretty sure this has to do with Chacona. I hate Kaisers. Didn't they nerf Kaiser, Josh? Ooh, that parkour. Between 8 and 12. So let's just go to 8 then. All right. Oh, there's Carlotta. And we got voice acting.
Fancy running into you here. Won't you dine with me? Ms. Margarita asked me to sample her newest pizza. But my goodness, these portions.
Nerf / buff, I see. Well, like, is it a net? Is it net nerf or net buff? Like, which one? Which it was it? Ah, dang it, I can't talk. Which is it more leaning towards?
The public has already caught wind of its contents. Did you know it was signed as Golden Anthem?
You can't score from half court anymore. I see. Well, like, I think the funny thing about Kaiser was being able to score from full court. He could score from goalkeeper to goalkeeper. That was the selling point for me. And then now that they've taken that away, it's like, well, do I want to play Kaiser anymore? Because I think they nerfed his range too with with the steal. Kaiser volley now is like nerfed, so I can't just like steal from like from halfway across the court from you. I have to actually be up close. So yeah.
That name is not to be spoken of in Laguna. Simply put, the Golden Anthem was once a renowned poets' society. Their 3 members were once the Sentinel's cantors, but the Order banished them for insulting the divinity. Allegedly, their pilgrim sail caught fire and none on board survived, and thus their last known work disappeared.
Well, since the manuscript is no longer secret, how does the tune sound?
Give me a second. Let me think. Hear that? It's exactly what they're playing now.
Is that a villain? I mean, we saw him in the original. We saw him in the original first main quest. I think he is a villain though. I mean, yeah, this guy. I forgot his name. I mean, look, he gives off villain vibes.
Friends, it's
that's his name. Cristoforo.
What did you mean by Damons?
Resentful of the Order's verdict, they committed to paper a curse upon Renacita and Raguna. Those favored by the divinity were the most willing to raise the blade of rebellion.
I think we helped this
They
guy
alone knew how to make
originally.
divinity
I forgot a
bleed
lot of
and
what happened in the
doctrines
original main quest.
Though they died
But
as
based
exiles to a
on
great
what he's doing, I'm
fire,
assuming he's a villain because he looks so smug.
like the fire that dragged them to hell. These demons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna. This article was recently published in the Raguna Literary Journal. Quite the perspective, wouldn't you say? Vengeance born of resentment. Such dark and twisted characters are hard to resist.
But honestly, I mean,
Perhaps
there are
someone
villains that are
recently
very
played
cool.
this now and opened the
Like there are
process
villains
of
that,
possession by
you
the
know,
demons.
villains are villains, yes. But there are some that are pretty cool that I like a lot. I mentioned this before, but I've always liked villains that have a purpose. Villains that actually do something that you can relate to. I personally don't like villains that are just villains, you know, that are just villains because they want to be bad. Because I found that pretty kind of dull. I like villains that have a purpose. Like they're doing what they do because they want to achieve something, and that thing that they want to achieve isn't like just like, oh man, I want to be bad so I can take over the world, and then whatever I do from there. I'm trying to think of an example of like a villain that I really liked. I feel like Dio is a pretty good villain. I like Dio a lot. Dio had a purpose. I don't know what his purpose was. I think his purpose was just to wipe out the Joestar bloodline. But yeah.
It just so happens that I made a copy of the Poet Society.
I think Pucci, Enrico Pucci, he was pretty cool too.
Here, take it. Consider it a little souvenir from your spirited encounter. Maybe it'll prove useful later. Goodbye, friends. A change of venue is in order. I must finish my play.
Manuscript. Well, let's just assume we read that.
Drag them to hell. These daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna. Unverifiable, yes, but not entirely dismissible. That said, a peculiar entity did indeed manifest, and it attacked you. So, let's start at the very beginning. I have a friend who's an expert in deciphering music.
Nope, it's Chacona.
Met her before. She who resembles Topaz should still be near Whisperwind Haven at this hour.
Let's go. We're finally gonna go see Chacona. I'm excited. Not sure how long this quest is, but let's hope that I can finish it in like the next hour or so. Dang, these wings are cool. Okay, I don't think we're gonna make it over there, but at least we can fly. Yeah, we're just gonna TP. My favorite villain is Mr. Mandem. Oh, I see. I thought you would have said like Eisen or something. I don't know. You seem to have been like really into Eisen recently. Mandem guy. Okay. So sell me on Mandem guy. Why is he cool? Ooh. I'm gonna turn up the volume here a bit. There we go. Oh, this is what we originally saw. The original teaser. I see. So it all came down to this quest. Interesting.
Over, Carlotta! It's been too long. You really must adore that song. I remember hearing you sing it when I was little. When I was a child, whenever I passed by Chacona's house, I'd always hear music drifting from the courtyard. Lively, spirited, and so full of emotion.
Oh, I remember it well. Those two guards of yours were like giants from Septimont.
Ooh, Septimont mentioned?
100 pounds of pure muscle.
Back then, Chacona's family conducted the Order's choir.
Was Chacona a wandering bard?
How should I put it? Well, as they say, families are always rising and falling.
See, okay, the one thing I kind of wonder about these characters, like, okay, Chacona has like horns, right, coming out of her head. Are those like her horns, or are those like a prop? And if they are like natural horns, what is she? Because, I mean, she looks human, but if she has horns, that's not something that's characteristic of humans. So what is she? That's kind of what I'm wondering, but maybe I shouldn't question it.
As for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Anyway, the two of you came in such a hurry. I suppose you're not here to take in the music? Oh, so you eavesdropped on a man rambling on in C3 Sharp, and then, poof, out pops a monster. It is the point. I need to know what kind of music could possibly have the power to conjure up those monsters of yours.
You know, she knows her music pretty well. I mean, I feel like there are people like this. That like that know.
That name should
that
never be spoken.
Like you just play them a note and they know exactly what that note is.
They're criminals.
And in whatever octave it is.
Or worse.
Don't worry. This won't be the first time we've crossed paths with the Order.
Fine. From what you've told me, the composers of this poem cursed Renacita, spelling the fall of Raguna. When the poem is played, some type of horror appears. If I understand correctly, that's what attacked you and Carlotta. If you ask me, this story is a right load of codswallop. I don't believe a simple little poem could curse Renacita.
Then you...
We need to get to the heart of this poem and music mystery. Let me join you. I can't resist a good adventure.
Alrighty.
I'll help you find the link between the music and those daemons. But in return, I want you to hand these pages to me for safekeeping.
Sure. I mean, I don't have any use for music anyways.
Since you believe this music summons them, how about we test it for ourselves? I've already memorized the sheet music.
Okay.
It's risky, but there's no surer way to find out. Wouldn't you agree, Rover?
The final work of poets banished to distant seas and condemned to death. What I wonder, did the verses forged in flames truly sing of?
Alright, here we go. Now, I did say that this was an event quest, not a companion quest. It feels like a companion quest so far, but I'm not exactly sure. I see.
They are
Nice.
like the ones that attacked us in the restaurant.
Ta-da! A grand overture. Faster. Perfect wrap-up.
Dang, she does pretty good damage.
Let the show begin.
Ow. They're not supposed to damage me.
Ooh, the pitch is lowered.
Ouch.
Tragedies go together.
Alright, I'm taking a lot of damage.
Together we walk.
There we go. A lot of characters in this game have like elf ears. Maybe she is an elf, I don't know.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing furnace shall forge Raguna's true gold. Is it saying Raguna will burn to the ground?
They wanted their resentment to echo through the streets. Just by reading this, I can almost see their terrifying faces in the fire.
These voices. They're people of Raguna, aren't they? I think I heard Mr. C3 Sharp in the mix.
If the poet's resentful souls gave birth to daemons, then shouldn't they sound like the poets themselves? Those voices were just people who read or heard their work.
Perhaps the voices themselves are what causes the daemons to manifest. In the legends, daemons are born of death and curses. But what we've seen isn't like that, no. They're more like horrors created from people's words and imagination. Of course, I'm just speculating. The voices were somewhat muddled. Perhaps I can refine the melody. This time, we need to listen harder. Let's find out what the true story really is.
Started mentioning how the story unfolds with
This
melodies.
is a realm created from melodies.
Ooh, do we get to play music?
can transcend space
I would
and
love a
time to
rhythm
bring
game right now.
memories and stories to life. No. Normally you can't perceive the frequencies in a melody. But that manuscript lets you see the world as I do. That part with the daemons should be right here.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
It's the same as what we heard before, but now I see something. A balance scale with a crowd of people standing on one of the pans. What are they weighing?
The two sides of the scale represent differing perspectives. Once a work is made public, its meaning no longer belongs to its creator alone. It is shaped by the interpretations of its readers. Perhaps it was a simple poem at first, nothing more. Then that article claimed it was a curse upon Raguna. Given that members of the Golden Anthem were banished on the Pilgrim's Sail and died in a fire, the notion quickly took hold. No one knew exactly what happened, so they filled in the gaps with their imaginations. With motive and a complete story. Perhaps that's all it took for a lie to become the truth. Each time someone plays their last work, it summons daemons. This is the Golden Anthem's revenge and curse upon Raguna. But still, words and imagination alone cannot bring something into existence. Yes, someone must have used them to create the daemons. What if the mastermind pulling the strings from the shadows is the author of that article? Daemons are bound to their creator, so it might not be a coincidence you felt them target you at the restaurant. There could be a connection between you and this mastermind. Or perhaps they have their own reasons for wanting to see you silenced.
Pick this up to find out how the story unfolds.
Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, such incidents will only increase. For resonators, dealing with them isn't much of a challenge. But for ordinary folk, it's enough to spark panic across the city. Finding the one pulling the strings should be our priority.
Ah, okay, you can replay it. Inspiration 1.
If the daemons are born from the public's imagination,
Okay, so I can only do this so many times.
catch whoever is responsible for starting this in the first place. This mastermind has gone to great lengths to twist the facts, stirring fear and turning it into resentment. Maybe an attempt to cover up certain stories about the Poet Society. He must be tied to them somehow. If we can learn more about the Golden Anthem, we might be one step closer to catching him. Music and poetry are born from kindness and hope. Yet now they've been twisted to create these monstrosities. Whoever is behind this won't just sit back and watch. The thought of confronting them is already inspiring me to write a ballad. What should I call it? Which instruments would fit?
Our enemy hides in the dark, while we remain in the light. We need to split up. With your tenacity and Kona's expertise, we will uncover the truth. Someone has pointed a gun at Cat's Eye. Someone ought to pull back the curtain and expose them. The family has its ways. Tracing the article's source and finding this mastermind won't be a problem.
If we find melodies connected to the Poet Society, I can bring the past into clearer focus. I've got it, Rover! I know a place where they've definitely left their mark. Let's go! Onward to new melodies!
Okay, there's one more option that I didn't select. I would like to be able to replay it. So limit time rewards, 16 days, so about 2 weeks. Limit time rewards, see, unlock all the endings in chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and unlock all the endings in general. Okay. So let me replay this from the choices. Inspiration 1.
Maybe because you went to Avenolium and uncovered some of the truth
You have
the Order is
Avenolium.
desperate to hide. It will take a lot more than that to even leave a scratch on you. Perhaps they're having someone else do their dirty work. That just makes finding the one pulling the strings a top priority.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, so now we got all of that. Okay, so I can just clear this like pretty much day by day. Oh, final chapter, ending 1, ending 2, ending 3. I'm assuming the gold one is the true ending, and then these ones are just alternate endings. Okay. If that is the case, then let's do it.
I admire the wind. It's free to go anywhere without restraint. If only you could carry my poems into the hand.
Can we not just like TP? Cannot fast travel with the trial character. I see. You see, you have to use the boat. Alright, fine. Almost there. Okay, we made it.
Ta-da! Welcome to Requiem Paradise. This is where Raguna's musicians lay their old instruments to rest. For the people of Raguna, the sea is everything. We live and sleep by the sea, and our souls drift out to sea when we pass. Since an instrument is an extension of the musician, it's only fitting that it's buried by the sea. May its dreams be long and sweet before returning to the waves. I'm certain this is where the poets of the Golden Anthem laid their instruments to rest before their banishment. What's wrong? You seem troubled. Is that what's been on your mind this whole time? I say, if the answers aren't coming, let it all go and clear your mind. To be honest, I haven't found any leads either. But worry not. This is what we bards call a bottleneck. Once, I spent 3 days just trying to find the right words to describe a tree. Couldn't do it. Not one word.
Hey, you know, I get into that state of mind too. She did the
So,
she did the
I
thing.
stood under that tree and prayed for an apple to fall on my head. You know, just like in those stories where inspiration strikes after an apple hits you. And, well, at least you get a snack out of it. The apples never fell. I stood under that tree until I couldn't any longer, but still no inspiration came.
Whoa.
Try it.
Yeah, they really know how to draw an apple.
It's a real apple.
Later, when I finally decided to leave, I looked up through the gaps in the branches and suddenly saw a blooming flower atop a cliff. Turns out, even without an apple, inspiration may yet strike. But if I hadn't stood there, I might have missed that unexpected burst of beauty. So, maybe this is enough. Let's put aside heavy thoughts and continue our walk with a clear mind.
I'm starting to understand why Carlotta calls you Topaz.
Is that so? But I'm nowhere near as dazzling as the sun. If anything, I'd rather be like Icarus in the story, soaring freely in the sky, even if it means falling in the end. I sense the melody of an instrument close by. Let's search for it.
All right. Use the sensor. There it is.
Is that a lute? Its echoes are faint. Perhaps because it's been abandoned longer than the previous two. I'll need some time to decipher it. Wait. The sound may be weak, but there's an undeniable strength to it. Rover, behind you! It seems this looks like we belong to a member of the Poets Society. Which is to say, it holds the melodies they left behind.
That like explosion sound effect whenever he hits the anchor. I don't know, that's kind of nuts.
Beckon the divine flame.
The timbre also matches. I believe this lute is exactly what we've been looking for. Sometimes, even when the instruments are the same, the performer's mood can change the entire sound. For example, this lute doesn't seek to boast. It speaks softly, like a traveller sharing a story over tea in the warmth of an afternoon. The true purpose of music is to express what words cannot. Rover, if there's something you want to say but can't put into words, if you sing it, maybe I'll understand.
But I haven't even heard you sing yet.
Me? Perhaps another time. Once all this is settled, I'll perform for you. Be sure to listen closely then. Now, it's in the lute's hands. I hope this melody holds a tale worth telling.
Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. So I can probably do like 3 chapters a day, because of the 6
Listen.
inspiration that I'm using.
Seems like an interrogation room. This melody carries the weight of the Poets Society interrogation. Let's keep moving. Take care with each step. The melodies left by these instruments are extremely fragile. The realm we're about to enter will appear fragmented.
Got it.
We may find ourselves straddling vast rifts in time and space. A single misstep.
Farrell of the Golden Anthem. Know that Imperator is stern, yet merciful. The Codex teaches us that those whose sins are cleansed by the sea shall remain blessed by the sea. It is a grave offense to slander the Sentinel. This includes your claim that the Sentinel's true form is a steed of the skies. I was told you found this lie carved on a lithograph. In the face of the tempest, a giant celestial steed carved a path for the Ark. How absurd. If you admit you were mistaken at tomorrow's trial and reveal where you have hidden the evidence, I will move mountains to protect you and your companions. Remember, Imperator only responds to repentance, not silence.
I'm sorry, Sir Acolyte. I'm doing my best to cooperate. Please don't mistake my silence for defiance. It's just, this room is freezing, and I've caught a chill. Makes it hard to talk. I'm afraid that by the time I see the Sentinel, I will have lost my voice entirely. Perhaps then, they will judge you for silencing a poor transgressor's confession.
As long as you repent and help us destroy those blasphemous poems and songs, the Sentinel shall show mercy. You are a wise man. I trust you will make the right choice. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Farrell. I will always be here should you wish to receive the Sentinel's mercy.
No
Can't
need
find
to
a fun
worry,
game.
Sir Acolyte. In fact, I'm beginning to enjoy the cold.
That's a good question. Well, it wasn't even a question. Yeah, fun games are kind of hard to come by nowadays.
Neither official nor private records show them as having ever repented in the Cathedral of Mercury.
Farrell's gone mad.
He ought to have hidden the truth in our secret study. Why would he slip this dangerous knowledge into his poems and hand them out to children? We ought to have buried the truth.
Buried the truth. It just occurred to me. Is that our mastermind's true aim? Not only to bury the past, but also to silence those who know the truth. Like you. To that end, he stirs panic to deepen Ragonese prejudice against the Poet Society. Using this opportunity to create monsters born from our word. Words and music are weapons without form.
Interesting.
I understand what Farrell was trying to do.
I regret getting early access in some battleground games. How many battleground games have you bought, Josh?
We're not adventurers or mighty resonators. We don't even have the time or ability to determine whether that lithograph is real or fake. Farrell only wanted to share the voice of uncertainty. He hoped someone might understand his doubts.
Zero, I bought the EA Game Pass to use styles. Okay.
Our fate has been sealed.
That's
all we can do now is
that's great,
what we believe
Josh.
And carry what we hope to be the truth to our graves.
They don't sound like they're full of hatred at all. If anything, they appear to have anticipated what would happen. During the interrogation, they kept their composure and did not offer fierce resistance. In fact, they even showed sympathy for the interrogator.
Everything seems to revolve around the Order. Could they be the ultimate mastermind behind this?
They're either overpowered or extremely weak until they release new moves. I see.
We don't know that for certain. But at least we now know the Poet Society would never place a curse on Laguna.
You gonna play Mugen when it comes out? Like Krollo's other game that he's working on? Because I mean that's a fighting game. That sounds like something that you would be into. You know, you like fighting games.
Knew this was to be our fate. From the moment we uncovered that lithograph, I knew it would come to this. Still, I have no regrets. But if the Sentinel's true
I don't like Demon Slayer much? Okay.
what does that make the Imperator we've pledged our faith to? All this time, we've been living nothing but a lie.
You think T-Man will be into Volleyball Zero when it comes out? I mean, he's been playing a lot of Volleyball Legends, so I feel like he'd be into Volleyball Zero. I don't know what I'm gonna be into. Like, I don't necessarily have a game that I'm good at. Basketball Zero, I'm decent at, but like now compared to the current meta, I don't think I have what it takes to be able to get good at it.
To keep the Sentinel's true form a secret, the Order ruined the Golden Anthem's reputation.
Like, the only game that I'm actually semi-decent at is Entry Point, alright? That's the only game where I feel like my skill as a player is like better than
We should leave.
I mean, I don't want to say I'm better than average, but it's like I played it for so long now that like I've been able to develop my skill in the game.
Where is this place? A study? Chacona, are we... Chacona?
I had to mute myself there for background noise.
Must have gotten separated.
I really want a good dungeon crawler.
A slight misstep could draw us into other melodies. Am I...
That's kind of hard. I don't know. I'm not sure what makes a good dungeon crawler.
You are to build a home here. Like
And even if I did, I don't think I can recommend anything.
countless stars dot the night sky. I don't know if what I'm feeling is right or wrong. They were clearly the Sentinel's cantors. Why would anyone call them criminals who insulted divinity?
poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write.
Oh, isn't that Chacona?
Do not place
I
flowers
see the
on
red
my
hair. I'm like,
tomb,
hold on a second.
for I do not rest beneath the
Yep,
stone.
that's Chacona. I've been on Minecraft more than Roblox. I see. Yeah, like Minecraft offers a lot of stuff. You can do a lot of stuff with servers. You can do a lot of stuff with mods. And then combining servers and mods together, I feel like that's probably one of the best ways to like
I am a nighthawk of
find
wings
the
of
most enjoyment.
flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold. A flame, celestial steed, true form I behold.
Like fighting big bosses. I mean, like that sounds. I mean, you've played Elden Ring before, right? Or at least I don't know. I don't know if you ever played it, but like that's kind of like the big boss game, you know? Dark Souls, Elden Ring, like those are the big boss fighting games. I played Ark a lot in the past. I see. Fighting big bosses. Well, there's plenty of games that have big bosses in them.
The order of the deep instead banished us to the sea. Our thirst for truth is why we were cast out. No matter what, remember this. The truth will always exist.
You should play.
And the truth is gold. That is unafraid of the fiercest of flames.
Look through CurseForge for a solo mod pack. Okay. You should play. Let's see. If you like big bosses, you should play. I don't know.
I can't get through, but the sounds are coming from over there.
Not sure. You're not catching me on any gacha game. I mean, gacha games do have big bosses, but they're not necessarily focused on bosses. They're more focused on like the story aspect.
What is this place? Who are you?
She's always been distant and aloof, but her true melody is both heavy
Let me
and fragile.
think. I mean, there's like the new Oblivion game that's out. I don't know if that has any big bosses in it.
Chacona Toccata. As long as you still draw breath, lift your eyes and look.
Wonder if my PC would be fine if I played all the mods.
Your life is eternal.
Sure. You know, well, it depends. Depends on like how good your graphics card and your processor is. I'm planning to get a new PC next month in June. I'm trying to get a top of the line one because the current PC I have is alright. It's like it still works, but I need, but I don't have RTX or ray tracing.
I got you out of that.
And the games that are coming out now, I cannot run them on
I just walked into a study and ran into a strange little
like I can't run new games on full graphics. With my current PC, I can only run them at like medium at most before it starts to like lag.
She mentioned it.
So yeah.
Chacona Toccata.
I see. I don't know who you met, but Toccata is my family name. As I said before, for family matters, let the past.
Found a mod pack that contains the majority of horror mods.
Just call me Chacona. We don't need to overcomplicate things. Well, we have made some progress. The melody we were in gave me a hint on what to do next. Yes, seeing as they banished the Golden Anthem, we might find more clues in the Cathedral of
You know,
Mercy.
there's a lot of good horror games. Like, I don't know. Because whenever I play a horror game now, I like horror games. I think I told you this before, but I like horror games with, like, a story to them. And I mean, you know, we've played plenty of horror games on Roblox, and some of them have been good. A majority of them have been pretty okay, though. I don't think I've had too many horror games where I'm like, whoa, like this thing is mind blowing. Maybe like one or two have ever been like that, but like most of them have been pretty mid.
Have you found her yet? No.
She's not here either. Greetings, sisters. Might I ask, have you seen someone dressed like us who likes to walk with her head down?
No. Razor doesn't like walking with her head down. She must have gotten into some trouble.
We're in the Order's choir. We're rehearsing hymns to sing at the ceremony. Racer is our lead chorister. We took a break from rehearsing to play hide and seek. But when the time ran out,
I don't know.
we couldn't find her.
I'm trying to think of any cool game that like
she got
either from
mad
Steam or
because
from
we sang
Switch,
badly.
but I can't think of anything that comes to mind that would be of like an interest to you.
Can you tell your big sister here what hymn you're rehearsing?
The teacher says it's a hymn to honor the brave knights and the sentinel's guidance. But Razor says the hymn was written by a bunch of criminals.
Well, which way did Racer go? We can help you look for her.
Really? She went that way.
Speaking of the Switch, I'm still thinking about Switch 2 and whether or not I want to get her, because like over here. I think I should probably wait first. See what kind of games come out on Switch 2, and then if I like the games, then I'll just pick it up. Boys, luck has gone down the drain recently. Yikes, yeah.
Such a beautiful voice, isn't it?
That's tough. What about your luck, Josh? How's your luck looking?
My name is Jacona.
A friend of mine.
Don't be scared. We're only here so that you can finish your game of hide and seek.
Still good? Okay. Well, that's good.
Hide and seek, right. Myron and the others are
Yeah, I just have my main account just grind on Basketball Zero AFK World, just so I can have enough enough spins, so I can try to roll for Emperor Flow. And I still haven't gotten it yet. Usually at the end of the day, I just roll for flows and no luck, no luck.
How about a little chat first? Something's troubling you.
Once I feel like once I get Emperor Flow, I'll pretty much be done with Basketball Zero, because I've been waiting for Akashi style to be added to Basketball Zero. If you don't know, Akashi is the character that Emperor is based on. He's based on the
Of course not.
one of the Generation of Miracle characters in Kuroko no Basket. If I had to briefly describe Akashi, really good playmaker. You know, he excels at passing, excels at dribbling. So he's pretty much like, he can be an offensive force, but he can also be a supportive force as well. So he's like kind of well-rounded. So in terms of like, yeah.
Young ones today have so much talent.
He's pretty much, yeah, like he is pretty much the Sai of Kuroko no Basket. He's great at passing, great at like playing without like other teammates. He's good at soloing, but he's good at utilizing teammates as well. And like based on the showcase that I saw for Emperor, there are very direct references to Akashi from the anime. Like his special block animation, that's taken one for one from the anime. I know exactly I know exactly everything that they showed in the Emperor showcase in like Crollo's video. I know where that comes from because I've seen Kuroko no Basket at least like 2 or 3 times. I know every scene where that like where all his special animations come from. And it looks really close. Like I don't think it's like completely 1 for 1, but it's like extremely close.
Listen to the same music, recite the same lyrics, and do the same.
So I mean, like,
every day.
and for me, similar to how Sai is like my favorite character in Blue Lock, Akashi is my favorite character in Kuroko no Basket, just because of like his playstyle. It's mostly because he can play, like, both Sai and Akashi can play as sub DPS, and because I'm a self-proclaimed sub DPS, it kind of basically fits like my whole aesthetic. So that's mostly like why once I got Sai and Awakened Genius in Blue Lock Rivals, I was done. I was not gonna roll anymore. So similar to Basketball Zero, once I get myself Emperor Flow, because I already have the Emperor style. Once I get myself Emperor Flow, I'm pretty much done with rolling in Basketball Zero. There's nothing else I need. Once I find like that quote unquote sub DPS character, that's it. It's done for me. And like, and they have to be sub DPS, and like what I mean by that is like they're not like main DPS, but like, so the definition of what a sub DPS for me means is like, one, like DPS is in the title, which means that they can do damage or they can like play on their own, but because they're a sub DPS, they support the main DPS. So basically they can do their own damage, but also their main job is to support the main DPS. But if the main DPS is not available, they can do their own like one-on-one or just like their own thing. That's exactly what I'm going for. So both Sai and Akashi pretty much resonate that exact energy, and that's the reason why I'm trying to pull for both of their styles and their flows. So yeah, I did testing with Sai's new shot. It could be incredibly OP. I heard that the shot can be curved, and I love curved shots. So yeah, I love curved shots. I mean, like, curved shots are just look so stylish, which is why I like them so much. It's a curve shot consistently. Yeah, that's the thing. As long as it's a curve shot, I like it. I don't like it being like a straight shot. If it curves, it's better. It looks more stylish, and I guess, and maybe it makes it a little bit more difficult on player goalies, because I feel like player goalies can block straight shots much easier than curve shots. Curve shots have like a bit of a bit more. I feel like they have a bit more difficulty in blocking. I'm not exactly sure because I have not played goalie, but it's whatever. Player goalies can barely block me. All right, well you're just built different, Josh. I don't know what to say.
No, not that. I mean, how does it make you feel? Try to remember what you were feeling when you were singing alone in the corner just now.
Oh, well, I didn't want to hold everyone back. And I really wanted to help everyone have a great performance at the ceremony.
Then hold on to that feeling.
Let me check.
Let's rehearse again. You don't have anyone
Well, actually, I'll
sitting
check
in
later.
do you?
Well, like, usually at the end of the day, after I finish up stream and everything, I have like around like 100 or 200,000 cash for Basketball Zero and like a good amount of flow rolls. So usually I just try to roll if I can. I'll probably do some rolls after stream and see if I can get Emperor Flow or Emperor Zone. Yeah. And like I used all the codes that they gave, like the latest Crollo code that they gave. I used like the other codes that they gave, and it's just like, and every time I get a lucky, it just doesn't work. So the thing is, I've gotten perfectionist, like, because I still have perfectionist style. I replaced my ace style with emperor, and I got both emperor and perfectionist from normal rolls. I never got them from lucky rolls. And it's because I have so many lucky rolls from AFK World. It's just that good. I'm telling you, AFK World is that good. All right, let's see this.
Is a cathedral.
Let's see this.
That's the choir on stage, with the Poets Society leading them. Looks like it's a ceremony of some kind. It sounds like... It sounds like a song celebrating the knights who defeated the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven. Wait, someone's approaching the stage.
Degenerates! Arrogant hypocrites, every last one of you! You have no idea what happened! Not at all!
Wow, he's angry.
Reduced our sacrifices to mere tales to be told over tea. The Sentinel's blessing. Ah! Where were you when we fought the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven? Where were any of you? Where was the Sentinel? We didn't fight for the Sentinel or for the damned order. We fought for ourselves. You're nothing but hypocrites.
This is madness. Who is this madman? Someone remove him from here immediately. Do not.
He needs a show, Phil. Hey, look, I feel like his anger is kind of justified here, no? It's like, it's basically like, okay, well, these guys made sacrifices, and now they turn into nothing more than just like stories that are told. You know, these guys put their lives on the line, and they're not honored for it. I don't know.
Is it true? Tell me, were they also sent to fight at Whisperwind Haven? I must see it for myself.
What a mess. I suppose this incident is what changed the Poets Society. Strange. Why is this passageway so long? This is the same study I stumbled into in the Realm of Melodies.
Right, we got about half hour left before I end here, so I'm gonna try to get as far as I can, and then I'll pick it up tomorrow. Finish as much as I can tomorrow. I'll probably end up finishing all of this tomorrow, actually. Well, maybe. Maybe. If not, then I'll just finish it on my own. I'll already use half of these.
Something terribly interesting and snuck out to take a closer look. Wait. Is it raspberry? My favorite. Huh? Ow! Look at this. This book says the flower doesn't live long. But that's silly. I know it can survive the coldest of winters. Maybe one day I'll become a great bard. A proper one. Who never makes mistakes like this. Miss, this study is a secret. You must never tell a soul. I understand. But I've always wondered, why do people say they're guilty? There are so many interesting poems and songs here. Why won't Father let me see them? Oh, you'll understand when you're older, Miss.
Cohen Vogue once criticized the Poets Society's works. The poets themselves wondered if their creations were telling the truth. I see.
Oh, what splendid singing! Even the laureate was enraptured.
The thumbs up.
Racer did wonderfully. Thanks to you, I figured it out. Sincerity is what truly matters when we pray and sing praises to the Sentinel.
Yes, a hymn isn't just a few lines of history. It is shaped by your feelings and experiences. A hymn may differ in each person's eyes, but its resonance and meaning are universal. I hope you'll give the audience a spectacular performance on the day of the ceremony. So, what did you see in Razor's melody?
The Poets Society was criticized for glorifying the knights over the common folk during one of their hymn performances. Their assumptions were challenged, so they traveled to the knights' encampment at Whisperwind Haven to verify the truth for themselves.
This incident may have been the turning point for the Poets Society. Did you find any other clues? Next time we venture into the realm of melodies, perhaps we should tie our hands together to stop you from getting lost. If the Order's choir is pointing us to Whisperwind Haven, then that's where we'll find more clues. Let's go.
Okay, let me do the other ones first. So chapter 2. So there's only 4, which means that we can get half of, even 3 of them done today, and then tomorrow we just finish these ones. And then we should be good to go. Maybe. Replay. Resume from choices. So I'll do the alternates first, and then I'm gonna do the main one.
Stripped of the right to sing for the Sentinel and the Order. That much is true. The Order's records say as much. But there's still something missing. If such an important melody is lost, we won't be able to find the link between the poets and the Order. On the surface, yes. The Order certainly upheld Raguna's prosperity and stability. The poets, praised for their songs to honor the Sentinel, earned the Order's favor. Despite their banishment, their work still served the Order's cause today. But this, my friend, doesn't strike the right chord we need to follow. Simply knowing the Order once stood with the poets doesn't reveal the true reason behind their banishment.
Interesting. Okay, well, it picked the right option anyways. It doesn't even matter. I use inspiration and it still picked the right option. Unless it deliberately, unless I just got it right coincidentally. Which, I mean, that, maybe. I just happened to pick the right option. Alright, Whisperwind Haven we go. This will be the 3rd chapter, and then we'll run out of
Make it fast.
Yeah, we'll end up running out of things here. I think we'll focus on. Oh. We'll focus on building. Yeah, I think we'll focus on what's it called? Building Chacona after this. Pressing the wrong button here. Good. What is going on over there? Good. And yep, we got those notes.
Bonfire poets were no doubt members of the Poet Society. The note says they have wandered the area looking for inspiration. To find the melody, we should try to follow the route they once took. Perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way.
Alright. Here's the last spot depicted in the record. Over there. Okay. Should just fly there, honestly. Oh, okay. It auto canceled into a into that.
Wind, heed my command.
There we go. On to chapter 3.
This was the last stop on their route. Oh, the view just now as we soared in the sky was just breathtaking. What is it? Has anything come to mind? Yes. How did I miss that? The wind is the finest recorder of melodies. It rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing in our ears without end. I believe the melodies left by the Poet Society were witnessed by the wind, and it will carry them to us. Playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt when they were here. I'm curious as to what they left behind.
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguna by now. That lithograph of the Sentinel's true form. It has to be here somewhere. Did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Who Who exactly was he? Backpack stuffed with papers claiming to be a common artist traveling in search of inspiration. Yet he spoke like a nobleman. But I can't afford to think about that now. If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a false sentinel. He's right. We cannot continue to sing for the Order anymore. We must enlighten the people of Raguna. They deserve to know the truth. The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so the time has come for us to become knights for the people of Raguna.
Alright.
It seems someone told the poet the truth about the Sentinel. And even
Use the
suggested
center
it's
to locate the
something
melody.
significant
Let's see.
and
Oh,
begins
over
to
there.
for the common folk as well.
Sensor comes in handy.
Is this form of the Sentinel
Ooh,
the same as
Sentinel.
the one you saw at Avenolium? So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering the Order's secrets. Even under interrogation, they held their silence. It wasn't until they met this mysterious man and learned the truth that they chose to become Knights of Raguna. Resentment and curses are not songs of their own style. As for the true mastermind, we still have no direct proof linking him to the Order. We must confront his lies and put an end to these daemon incidents. But once the truth of the Golden Anthem at Imperator is revealed, it will no longer be just a matter of daemons. But is now the right time?
The will of the people is strong. This mastermind is so sure that the lies about the Sentinel will go undiscovered and that no one will easily believe the truth. The truth exists to be uncovered. All we need is to plant the seeds of doubt in the people's hearts and let them take root and grow.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Let's get going then. We'll go back to Margarita's. It's where our story began, and it's where it must end.
Alrighty.
Miss Margarita!
Well, hello. If it isn't Rover and Chacona.
Dude, I think Margarita might have to be one of my favorite characters in Renacita. Even though she's not playable or anything.
I've come to ask a favor of you today,
I don't know.
Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumors
She's pretty cool.
lately about the Poets Society's legacy. There's something important we'd like to share. Could you help us gather everyone?
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discoveries? I'm so curious about what actually happened. It's driving me nuts.
Rover, we'll begin when you're ready.
Let's do it.
The poets did board the Pilgrim's sail, becoming the stars of their own final act. We all know how that tale ended. A great fire consumed the ship, dragging it to icy depths, and the poets of the Golden Anthem with it. But hear this. Banishment did not breed hatred in their hearts for our city, and the flames did not scorch a curse into their music or poems. If you wish to hear their true voices once more, seek them at the Cathedral of Mercury. The children there still sing hymns written by the poets of the Golden Anthem, and yet not a single daemon has appeared, even as those poets face their end.
Which is the right option here? The last one.
That's an awfully big assumption. What if they never boarded the Pilgrim's sail at all? What if none of them perished in that fire? That begs the question, who was on that ship? Who started the fire and spread the rumors about the Golden Anthem? Another poet, intimately familiar with the poets of the Golden Anthem, you say? If such a person exists, then why haven't the Golden Anthem stepped forward to prove their innocence?
Okay, that's not the right option.
This will take this.
Okay.
A fire, seemingly forged from the depths of hell, destroyed everything, leaving nothing but ash behind.
Okay, well, look, deliberately, let's say I deliberately picked the wrong options. So because look, if I do the wrong options first, that means I don't have to come back and do them. If I do them first and then do the right option last, it means I've completed it.
That doesn't quite add up. If hellfire was all that remained from the Pilgrim's sail, then Could they really have been trying to curse Raguna? If that were the case, well, shouldn't the curse have come true?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, do the wrong options first, and then the only option left is the right one, and I don't have to redo everything.
As the fire filled the ship's cabins,
Here we go.
they penned their last poems with death drawing near. Perhaps they were greeted by the Sentinel in their final moments. Or perhaps they fell silently toward death. If the poets truly meant to curse Raguna, why would they write such obscure poems? Why not simply leave their works behind in Raguna? No. Their last words were hastily written as the flames closed in. This charade, it was carefully crafted, twisting their work to conceal the truth. We already have... No. Tomorrow, at the Odyssey Opera House, I will reveal the truth. Until then, I thank you all for your patience.
Okay. Now this is getting interesting.
This 12... this is very confusing. Sorry.
Whoa there, buddy.
Loria, is this all real? What do you mean by the truth? Did you discover something? The poets of the Golden Anthem, they were...
Oh, it's our guy. Yep, it's our guy.
Fascinating story indeed. You've certainly piqued everyone's curiosity. The speech you made just now, you're implying the poets of the Golden Anthem were framed and their works deliberately misinterpreted.
Exactly. Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity. This is what created the daemons.
If memory serves, official records of the Order of the Deep state the poets were charged with blasphemy against the Sentinel. Surely you're not suggesting this was all the Order's doing? I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave crime, punishable by banishment.
Are you from a noble family? The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I admit, I do get that question quite often. I am but a traveling playwright.
I'm sure he's...
Your presentation brings me back...
Dang, the music just got ominous.
A group of birds, locked inside a cage. Convinced they will never fly, they do nothing but stand on a perch. Then, one day, the cage door opened. The young birds flapped their fragile wings, attempting to fly, but plummeted to the ground, one by one. Many consider their fate a tragic one. What say you?
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss, they still had a chance to glimpse the sky and spread their wings.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage, having witnessed their predecessors fall to their demise? Will they
If we have a chance to see the ending, I'd like to finish this. I don't want to leave it off on a
Does the
cliffhanger.
truth exist to protect or to harm? That is the question. Miss Poet, I look forward to tomorrow's arrival.
Oh, there's Carlotta.
A splendid retaliation. I witnessed all of your...
Finding Elytras is hard.
I too eagerly anticipate tomorrow's
Yeah.
arrival.
Elytras. I mean, yeah, I remember when I first went to hunt for Elytras in vanilla
According to our
Minecraft.
inside sources,
Those are,
none
I had a
of
lot
the
of trouble, almost
acolytes
died.
in the Order who
But
salvaged
but
the
we
poet's lost works from
made it
the
out
wreckage.
alive.
They've long known of their existence and hid the poems in the Order's library. It's possible this was a sham all along. Choosing to make it public now likely means they're using those poems to obscure the real truth. Now, considering the fact that the untraceable article first began circulating among poets, musicians, and playwrights alike, I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such secret circles. He may even be the resonator we've speculated about. His collusion with the Order is why these rumors are allowed to run rampant in the streets. I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail and see what we can find. We should also share these findings with Chacona. As a poet, her insights would be much appreciated.
Okay. Well, she's gone.
That's strange. She was just there a moment ago.
Just like when we were children. Gone without a trace, and she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye. Ms. Margarita, have you seen Chacona?
Miss Chacona? She was squirreling off towards the harbor earlier. I thought that's where you were meeting, so I didn't say a word. She did look quite down, though. Never seen her wear such a gloomy face before.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Margarita.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the harbor?
Okay. On to the last part of the story here. Hold on. Before we do that, let me go ahead and claim the rewards for this. So I won't be able to do the last one here because we don't have any more inspiration. We have to wait until yeah, we have to wait until tomorrow.
Make it fast.
Like the exact same time tomorrow. Because it's 24 hours until we can use it again. I only need 2 inspiration, that's all. Well, maybe more than that, I'm not sure. It depends on if I need to use them for the final part of the story. Because I know I need to use them for like this 4th chapter, and then there's also the final chapter as well.
Flapping frail wings as they fell to the ground.
I never thought his words would reach into the depths I sealed away so long ago.
Coming here implies you worry about tomorrow's outcome. You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public. But that revelation, it comes with a price. One you've paid before as a child. Remember?
And here I thought you'd be much wiser than this. You know the dangers of pilgrimage, yet you all still cling to the same reckless path. Tell me, what drives such stubbornness?
The truth has its thorns, and the Golden Anthem has already paid its price. Do you wish to relive their fate?
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play? But you know nothing of how the Golden Anthem responded.
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? The one the people of SATA kept alive in their hearts as they built their homes on this land? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yes? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together. An occasion you now call Carnival.
And what of it?
It is words and songs. We are not your enemies. What you face here is something that is hard to describe, something I call
Reverberation.
It exists forever. And you can never defeat it.
You pitiful fool. Off to the seas with that reverberation you believe in so dearly.
Order of the Deep seeks to banish us to the seas because they know they can't banish the truth.
Hear that? The bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
The parallels, so striking. Just like the day the Poets Society boarded their sail. You, Chacona Takata, blaspheming against the Sentinel. So this is the resonance they babbled on about. After all these years, another group of fools is ready to march down the same path. Why are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some tam...
You thinking about Lion King? What do you mean by that, Josh?
Tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the streets. Almost makes those poets look noble by comparison.
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this.
The thing they say?
Sentinel
Oh,
every
okay.
night then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy relic, the last of what remains of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name of blasphemy. Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, both the Takata family and the Poet Society committed the same crime. Tell me, what is the connection between you and those poets?
You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. It was a price we were willing to pay. We have no regrets. When I was a child, I lacked the ability to prove the Sentinel's true form. But now, with the inverted tower shifting and the prophesied laureate among us, I believe the opportunity has presented itself for the truth to be...
Opportunity. Indeed. The moment of choice dawns once more. Do you intend to repeat history? This time, dragging Rover along with you, boarding the Pilgrim sailor, clinging to hope as the storm carries you away.
Man, atmosphere is tense.
Isn't this what you're afraid of? You've unraveled the hand behind it all, but the Order will never allow such truths to see the light. Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered along the way will be forced to bear the consequences of your quest for the truth, and perhaps even that blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day. Even so, will you two still insist on stepping onto that stage tomorrow? Have you really made your choice? I look forward to the arrival of tomorrow, Miss Poet.
Is this Jacona's sheet music? She was here. The vision I saw seems to have been recorded from this. Jacona mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. Could this be... Oh. It's a golden anthem.
Okay. Finally found a ship. Nice. Congratulations, Josh. Yeah, it usually takes a while to find one. But once you find one, it's a good feeling.
Being here reminds me of the many unanswered questions still hidden within these melodies. The girl in the Poets Society's study must have been Jacona when she was little. What happened last time was no accident. As the performer, her own melodies got entangled in the mix, but why was she there? And why are the Takata family and the Poets Society accused of the same crime?
Okay, let's see this. I have to see how this ends.
Thank you for understanding everything. Is there anyone else here besides you? You must have touched the Golden Anthem's music sheet. This is the story it holds. To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust. I am yesterday's child of ignorance, the actor now on stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow, Chakona Takata. Let me tell you, the story of the Golden Anthem doesn't just belong to the Poets Society. It also belongs to me, Chakona Takata.
Okay, I think we're getting into the book now. Yeah, let's go. Okay.
This is how it all started. A mysterious person showed the poets the truth about the Sentinel. Then they decided to become Knights of Raguna. Back then, besides the conductor, there were others who helped organize things. That was us, the Takata family. It didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep everyone safe, they gave my father a key to a study. Inside, there were papers that could have destroyed the Order, if anyone would even believe them in the first place. It was blasphemy, but my father didn't hesitate. He took the key right away. As you've already seen, I was also banished. You've probably heard a lot about the pilgrims' sail from Brant. Usually, the food and water in those ships aren't enough to get the people where they need to go. Even if they made it, the cold would get them. But on that ship, the Order made sure there was nothing.
Whoa.
No food, no water, nothing. And there were only 3 fools on board. As for the fire, the poets started it themselves. In the past, everyone thought they were brilliant cantors. But inside, only they understood how fake and arrogant all their poems and music really were.
The Order sounds mid. I mean, I think everyone is fighting against the Order. Like, even our main character is fighting against the Order.
But it was so cold out at sea, and wood for fire was already running low. So they set the cabin on fire, and met their ends in the flames.
Oh, okay. So rather than being prisoners of the Order, they set the ship on fire and then just ended it their own way. Wow.
In the world they dreamed of, poets would no longer be shackled, and everyone could sing freely. That was their wish for the future when the curtain fell. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguna's true gold. But the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose ends. So they went to salvage the ship's wreckage.
No, I don't have any more inspiration.
The Golden Anthem gave my father the key. At first, he wouldn't let me near it because I was too little. It wasn't until my mother, my uncle, and the rest of my family were one by one escorted onto pilgrim sails. Then, it was his turn. I still remember the day he handed me the key. The smile on his face.
Don't see it as a burden, my child. Remember, true courage isn't hiding it away in your heart. Raise it like a torch, just like the sun, so it can light the way for others. Only this kind of courage can rid your father of the cowardice.
Playing for 3 hours. Please don't forget to take a break. Alright, I got this. I got this.
Father wanted to tell everyone. So the Order put him on a pilgrim sail with the same charges. And that was the last time I saw him. Later, after I became a wandering bard and poet, I started to feel what was in the melodies of the poets and my ancestors. A sincerity like none other. I wrote songs, weaving the stories my father and the poets discovered into musical scores. But what awaited me was the Order's banishment. The Poets Society and our family could never prove whether the Sentinel's form is really that of a celestial steed. All we could do was hold on to our suspicions and the possible truth, waiting for someone to prove it. Now, that someone has come. She has reached the inverted tower. Now, I have that choice again. Do I reveal the truth? Always worrying about my next meal, wandering from place to place, being chased by acolytes. I'm used to it, but this time, I have you and my friends with me. I can't let you all repeat my fate. If we step onto that stage tomorrow, the Order will not stand idly by. He might even come after you and Carlotta.
Like I said, the truth exists to be uncovered. I've made my choice. And once everyone hears the truth, I believe no one will question the choices you all made in the past. There are hints of the sea inside Chacona's melodies. You should take greater pride in being a poet.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding everything.
Okay. This is what it's led up to.
This time, the story ends differently.
It's time. The finale. Oh, okay, I see. I just looked at your screenshots. Pretty epic. 3 cities?
This song. It's the one she performed last time. The melody is the same, but why does it sound so sad this time?
Two ships too? Okay.
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I know what you're thinking. You're worried I might end up on the same path you did. Go on.
All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise heal our wings. Let the twilight soothe our skin.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you. Till the end.
Man, you gotta love story writing, huh? Like, this is... Hey, dude, if only I could be as good as a story writer as these guys, man. Like, I love creative writing, but like my writing is just not as like impactful.
Eventually ignite to forge its true gold. There. Now, how's that for a story worth telling? Ah, speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest to challenge a giant in the name of justice. The knight is also accompanied by a squire. Time after time, they throw themselves at the seemingly invincible giant. I am no Montelli, acolyte of the Order of the Deep, or Knight of Raguna, but still, I shall lead the charge. Yahoo! Mount up, Sir Knight! To battle we go!
Okay, let's finish this off then. First of all, I need to collect this this one completion reward. Oh, never mind. That is the ending. Oh. Okay, so we did the fourth. So we did this and the ending all in one go. I see. All right, but there's still more though. Reveal the truth on stage between 12 to 16. So let's go to 12 then. There's still more. There's still a little bit more. Okay. All right. And there. All right, let's do it.
As the forgotten songs rise once more, a tale of the past I shall tell. This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy.
What?
They were once poets, singing songs for the divinity and the order. This is how their music became known to all. Until one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven. The Sentinel, whom we've always revered, is not what they seem.
Whoa, the Sentinel is not. The Sentinel is not like. Is not what they thought it was. Whoa, that's crazy.
And soars through the skies. And the teachings in our scriptures, lies told to us by the Order. Ask yourselves this: why would Imperator, who once sent Renacita voices from the heavens, allow their people to suffer aboard those pilgrim sails? How could poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel come to curse and resent Renacita, a land they loved so much? People of Renacita, have you ever wondered why the Order forbids us from seeing their earliest scriptures? Why did none of the fools that boarded the pilgrim sail ever thank the Sentinel?
All right.
Imperator and Draguna have always stood united, yet lately they seem to have vanished from our dreams. Why is that?
Chicona Takata.
Oh
In
boy.
the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Blasphemy!
Oh! The same old tricks again! Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel.
Yo.
Damnation! She's not working alone!
Farewell, Sir Acolyte! Oh, and just a little tip for you. Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil. I have faith. The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguna's skies again.
Okay.
A mask bard right when she was about to be apprehended by the Order. But that's a story for another time.
Is this one of those scenarios where I put on a mask and they don't recognize me? All I did was cover my face, but they don't recognize my outfit or my hair at all. Let's go.
You know what this means for you, right? Even with a mask on, people will still recognize the Lord.
Okay, okay. At least they acknowledge that fact. Even with the mask on, people will still recognize the Lord. Okay, I was about to say, like, if I just put on a mask and they couldn't recognize me, that would be a bit of a stretch.
I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order. Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be. Well then.
This room
is our final stage. Now, it's your turn to step onto it.
Batman.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Led by curiosity and wonder, they step forward.
I am the gentle sea breeze, sweeping through Whisperwind Haven and towards Raguna's high walls.
I'm curious what the other endings are. Because like what we just played through right now is the true ending. I want to know what the other endings are. Is there like a bad ending? Because typically when it comes to endings, like whenever games have 3 endings, it's like true ending, good ending, bad ending, right? So we just did the true ending. So what's the other endings? Are they all?
But you.
I don't even know if there is a bad ending.
I will continue to sing. As long as there are those who breathe and see. My eternal summer will never fade.
That should be it.
Do you feel it? The breeze from Whisperwind Haven. You can even catch the faint scent of wet grass. Next thing you know, maybe an apple will fall on our heads. Or maybe a big grey wolf will leap
Oh,
out and
apple.
chase a squirrel down a rabbit hole.
Right at that moment, an apple did fall on the ground.
Thank you, Rover. I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard.
Just a wandering bard.
The only thing I can offer is to immortalize this moment. I will carry all the stories about you with me. By the way, I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright.
Oh.
You should watch out for him.
Ooh, we know him. We know who he is.
I'm not entirely sure who he really is. My guess is that he might be the resonator who's been working with the Order.
They say he's a resonator. Is he gonna be playable? No, I don't think he's a playable character. There's no way. His character design is not as like prominent as like other characters. You know, typically like playable characters usually have like really cool features, like you know, like cool outfits and stuff. And his outfit is pretty cool, but I don't think it's enough to like I don't think it's enough to justify him as a playable character. But he is a resonator.
An escape mission. Starting today, I'm no longer just a wandering bard. I've got the Order hunting me now. A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story. Don't you worry. I still remember our promise. About the song I wrote you. We will meet again, and I'll sing it for you, I swear. After all, we're partners in crime now.
Apple. Is there more, or is that it? I feel like that was a good way to end it. Oh.
My Lord Primus.
Ah, of course.
It seems your plan has not gone quite as you'd hoped. You sought to revive the blasphemous Poet Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across Raguna City.
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only care is Raguna's order and chaos. Fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
do not smile like that. His smile,
Times
man.
are rare, even in plays. And yet, why do you seem so restless, Lord Fenrico? This is hardly the character I expected from you. Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
Wait. You were the one who led the Poets Society to that lithograph, weren't you? I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration. Why are you doing this?
As you said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Wow, touche.
There was no deception. Indeed, I was seeking inspiration. In the end, I found a story about birds in a cage. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown, or remain caged within the familiar? Ah, Lord Fenrico, a word of reminder, just as the young Toccata mentioned. How long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity? Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, the knight charged at the windmill. His squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the knight. Together they charged again and again, true knights in spirit.
Why do I just hate that guy? Hey, you know, that's just how some villains are, you know, they give off this energy, and some villains you like, some villains you just don't.
What could you possibly accomplish, Hecate?
Is that it? We done now? Is there any more? Oh man, there's gotta be... Don't tell me there's like more. That's gonna be done. We did it! That should be it. Let's go! Your summer will never wither. We finished. Perfect. Yeah, so continue imagining how the story unfolds to earn additional rewards. So we finished the true ending here. You can tell it's the true ending. Well, you can't really tell now, but you can see how these emblems here, or the stickers or whatever you call them, these are like grayed out, or like they don't look as colorful. So if you take a look at like these ones, there's like a gold emblem, and then there's like these kind of grayed out ones. So the one that's up here this is the golden one, and these are the two grayed out ones. So we'll never know. I mean, I'll find out what these are probably tomorrow. But yeah, we've already reached our 3 hours, so we're probably gonna call it here. So in terms of what we're gonna be doing tomorrow, we're gonna finish up Your Summer Will Never Wither, and then probably end up building Trachona. And then after that, I think we'll do Dreaming Deep, this one right here. I mean, this is a permanent game mode. It'll last for a long time. So yeah, we'll end up finishing that. Because what we ended up finishing today was we finished the anniversary stuff specifically. So these are like all done. The Cube Derby is all done. Cubic, and QB are all done. Cube Derby has been done for a while. I did this a while ago. Memory Travelogue is all done, and then yeah. So pretty much every anniversary thing is just done now. In terms of what we're looking at, let me just go ahead and collect this first. So in terms of what we're looking at in terms of like, sorry, well, let me just finish collecting these first. Okay, so let's take a look at our convene and see how many polls we have, because the convenes is what's most important here, because that's what allows us to essentially, you know, pull on characters. So currently we're sitting at 10,000 asteroids with 9 radiant tides. So if you do the math on that, you take 10,044 if you want to be specific, and divide that by 160, because one pull is 160 asteroids. So if you divide 10,000 by that, you get 62, and then you add in the 9 that we currently have, and that puts you at 71. So we are 9 pulls away from being able to guarantee we're 9 pulls away from being able to guarantee a 5-star. And in 16 days we're going to be able to purchase this, so this will allow us to get even more pulls. And we can even, if we wanted to, we can even use some of our Afterglow corals to get more pulls, though I want to hold off on that for now, because in case, you know, because the thing is about Cardathea is that if you end up getting her wave band, it's actually pretty good. Like, I think if you get like her 2 of her wave bands, which 2 of her wave band is 700, by the way, 720, because 360 times 2 is 720. We're gonna be able to get maybe like 1, but that's a bit of a stretch. I don't know if we'll reach that high. We'll keep building this up though. I don't want to use my Afterglow corals in case I could, because you can get free, because wave bands are basically a duplicate, right? So instead of having to go through like another 80 pulls, you can get one like free duplicate here by just accumulating 360. We're almost there, so we'll be fine. But I think we'll have enough. Actually, hold on. How much are we getting from here, from the Dreaming Deep? 600. 600 pulls is, or 600 asteroids is 3 pulls. So that'll put us at 74. And then and I know that the tower here is resetting in 7 hours, so this will give us like another like 3 or 4 pulls. So actually, you know, we might have enough. We might be able to do something. And then this will reset tomorrow. So this will give us another 60, 60, 40. So 160. That'll give us 1 more pull. And then we haven't even done the holograms yet, so that'll give us some more stuff too. So there's a lot of stuff that we haven't done yet that can give us a lot more asteroids. So we should be okay in terms of pulling. All right. Before we leave, though, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my my resting place, and that's what you want to call it, like the place where I usually go at the end of the day. where I log off. So, which is typically at Shorekeeper's Piano. But this time we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to go to the end of Wandering. Because I haven't seen the end of Wandering until today. And man, it just looks so cool. The sunset, the atmosphere, the environment, just everything about it is just great. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's Wuthering Waves stream, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see some more Wuthering Waves, if you have any other games that you want to play, make sure to let me know in the comment section, the live chat, the Discord server. Once again, we'll be back tomorrow because tomorrow is a holiday here in the US it's a Memorial Day. And so I don't have work tomorrow. So that means I have an extra weekend, essentially. So that means I'll have an extra day to stream. So we'll cover Wuthering Waves one more time tomorrow. And then after that, we'll stop Wuthering Waves until Cardathea's release, which is probably going to be sometime in June. So that will be that'll be the plan. And then everything I don't finish on tomorrow's stream, I'll just do off stream and finish there. So yeah. Anyways, that'll be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see everyone later, and yeah, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thank you for coming, thank you for chatting, and thank you for watching. Much appreciated.